from a separate trip to pick up some stuff from there, and included a couple of different Saturn baseball games.
Oh,
Only
of
when I
course.
double check at home, one of the discs there, or one of the cases has the wrong game in it. Which is funny because the guy, when he was checking the disc, opened the case to take a look at it, put it back, not even paying attention, and he put the wrong thing in there.
So it was a different game.
Yeah, so instead of a baseball game in Japanese I couldn't understand, it's a soccer game in Japanese I can't understand. It's not like it put me back a lot. It's all of $4, but it's the principle of the thing. I have the case for this baseball game. I kind of want the baseball game.
Makes sense, makes sense. Where do I go? I should go talk to...
Yeah, either Bolo, Sky, or Uncle Mimic.
Wretched spotted a tent while flying over the desert. Maybe you should check it out. Over the desert? Where?
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna guess by the stream message you're streaming right now.
Yes.
So that means they can also hear me on the stream?
Yeah, but I made sure it wasn't anything too sensitive, information-wise. I think they should be able to hear you.
Well, on the off case that is, hey everyone, how's it going?
Well, this is Many Ninjas, one of my friends that I met from ANC.
Yeah, the thing is, Wizwar there is right now streaming Risky's Revenge. I'm currently encoding a video about Risky's Revenge on my end.
There's so much risky and revenge. Sounds like something that would be up Bayak's deal.
There's a lot of revenge involved here, it's very true. And the game also makes a Contra quote earlier on, or Contra reference I should say. And Contra is all about revenge.
Yes, and I didn't exactly notice that. Even though I did play Contra 4, I didn't beat it because I got stuck at like the alien base, and I was playing. I think it was on normal because honestly, any self-respecting Contra fan or player should play on something a little tougher than easy.
I didn't know there is an easy mode.
I've
never played it before.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure there was like a difficult mode. You need to see the mayor. He's at his happy place, the seaside retreat. It's the far end of the Pope Bay. He said to bribe you with this. You got 100 gems. Sweet. Huh. The mayor actually gave me money. I hope he doesn't take it back.
Yeah, because otherwise then he'd have to do something about it, and that's not what he does.
Well, I'll say this now. I'm actually, now that it's on a control, I'm actually using the back dash a lot more. Because I was playing it with the keyboard, which yeah, that's pretty confusing on the keyboard because I gotta remember like where did all the keys go.
If it was standard, actually, no, it could probably be made to fit to a 6-button controller or a 6-button front. Because that seems to be what they were kind of hinting at with the keyboard setup. Which makes me think if it was playing with like a Sega-styled 6-button controller with the two shoulder buttons, it might work.
Oh.
Yeah, like 6-button Genesis or a Saturn controller.
I'd imagine
actually might work.
I'd imagine the Saturn controller.
Yeah. Just because, like, on the keyboard controls, just off the top of my head here, I might be wrong on this. I know Z and X are like your attack and jump buttons. C is, I believe, might be an item button of some sort. I'm not sure.
I didn't realize you had to like get the magic jam to actually buy certain items. Like I thought it was just like bring them here and I'll do something with them. Wrong place.
Wait, do you actually spend the jams?
You actually spend the jams. I upgraded my fire to a flamethrower, which required a jam.
Yeah. I know the jams were used to do kind of upgrade things, or at least it was heavily implied with the icons, but I didn't know it actually spent them. I thought you just needed X amount in order to access it, but if they have a lot of jams lying around, I guess then it makes sense that you need to spend them, plus the currency of the game, which is gems or rupees. I'm not sure what's implied there.
Jewels?
Jewels? Do they call it jewels?
You know what? I don't know. But I guess it's up for interpretation. All of you in the chat, what do you think? I shouldn't be this way. Oh, wait. Monkey time. Oh, it was just a bunch of gems. Oh, I was going the right way. Pulpit Bay. What the hell is this thing supposed to do? Oh, I gotta do monkey time. Hello, JJ. Yes, the character sprite is very, very cool.
Just having some fun right now. One of the things I just said before Wizwar started streaming was the really old introductory game spec for the original Shantae on the Game Boy Color, which is a document that someone managed to retrieve off the old Way Forward website. So I'm reading over a few things here, and as it turns out, based on the game spec, which is basically kind of a design document before the full design document, they were actually thinking about having it so that you could actually alter the way that you use Shantae's hair in order to actually whip things.
Because there were times where it's like, I wish I could whip upwards with Shantae's hair, or like whip down, although it would be kind of odd.
In this case, well, you got your standard ponytail attack, which is basically your standard hair whip. Apparently, she could have had pigtails.
And that would have been like a double attack? Like
Yeah, basically a spinning attack or control attacking enemies on all sides. Mace locks, which basically means 3 steel balls that would be basically enhancing her whipping attack.
Of course.
And apparently there was supposed to be at least some kind of mechanic or a temporary setback, which would cause her or some enemies to actually give her a haircut, to cut her hair down to size until you could use some magic in order to restore it back to normal size. And
I was gonna say, that's kind of a cool design, considering like she attacks with her hair. I'm surprised fire doesn't burn it off.
Yeah, apparently the change there was also in order to get by those sections when she doesn't have her hair to whip with, you would have to rely on magic summons rather than turning into other animals. You would actually end up summoning these animals instead, which includes a monkey, an elephant, yeah, the tiger, which made no appearance in the actual Shantae title itself. A spider, which was one of the normal transformations.
Oh wait, hang on. One of the JJs say like, "You're bald, game over." That's pretty funny. That is kind of true.
Yeah, you would definitely be screwed there.
Bald bull. Yeah, but continuing on, the animal summons and
Yeah, summon. Okay, so basically a couple of different animals. Revival magic, which would refill her life meter and bring her hair back to normal.
Brought to you by L'Oreal.
And technically, even here, she had her harpy transformation. So they had only one real transformation that was present in the original kind of early specs. And I guess part of the reason, or one of the things that disappeared, is because her original dancing mode used to do magic attacks.
Like what magic attacks? Just in general?
Well, in this case, the 5 it lists here are an earth dance, which involves basically boulders raining from the sky, wiping out anything they hit. A water dance, a large tidal wave washes away smaller enemies. A wind dance, apparently able to freeze enemies with the wind, a fire dance that shoots fire from where Shantae is, igniting anybody nearby, and a magic dance which turns all the enemies on the screen into magic points. It also describes that they gave her multiple costumes there, which this actually sounds like something they ended up doing in Director's Cut and are doing in later games as well, where she actually had multiple different suits having different effects, like a defense suit that cuts damage in half,
Of course.
an attack suit that doubles damage with every hit, and a fire suit which basically causes every time you hit something with Shantae, it sets them on fire.
Oh, and I've noticed a thing that this game tends to do a lot, where it's like, you just have these areas where it's just like a dead end, and it's only like, its only purpose is really to be, like, a point of interest once, or at least from what I'm playing so far.
It's basically saying you need to revisit this area once you have the appropriate power-up.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. It's like when you had to go and, talk to the girl to get the, what was it? Return her dog?
Yeah.
Is there any point you would go back to that? And I know you only like you did, or I don't know how far you played it, but I don't think it was that
Yeah,
far.
it was,
There's a
literally, I stopped recording after the first dungeon, and that's when I started encoding video stuff. So no, I haven't gone far enough to tell if you go back again. It's possible, but I don't know for sure.
Because there's not that much resistance that you encounter when you're going there, and it would be kind of a waste. Like oh, it's just right here, and you go here. Just my opinion as a game design.
They had a couple of things even in the original title, whereas basically you realistically visit the area for just the one trip.
You found the heart holder. You can now take more damage than before. Oh, sweet! One of the fields reminds me of like something from like you would see in like Wizard of Oz. Oh, and I take it back about the fact that that only the guys are really fat. There are some fat ladies.
Well, now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
And the other half is violence.
Which is very true, no matter how you try to hide it. Okay, so I gotta find this ammo baron. I probably should have saved those magic jams for the faster hair attack. Have you been to the Forest Cave? The door's locked. Wait, hang on. Have you been to the Forest Cave? It has a locked door inside. Perhaps I'll tunnel in one of these days for a look-see. Of course, it would be much easier if you had the missing key. The forest. Wait, was the forest dungeon the first dungeon?
It was probably close to it, if I'm thinking of the right one. I remember seeing within the Tangle Forest, there was one cave just near on the closest screen, I should say. The one that's on the entry level if you're going from the town. That it was kind of a long hallway that led to a locked door.
Ah, yes, that's right. Mr. Baron there. Yes. At least the game gives you, like, reminds you, like, oh, hey, there might be something you might be missing. So, that's awfully nice of the game to include info like that, just in case people like me forget. Oh, did the enemies in the original game ever, like, showed any kind of, like, artificial intelligence? Like, they'd actually come after you and not just be like, I'm sit on this moving path, and didn't mean to fall in there. And the only way I'm gonna hit you is if you run into me or, well, we trap you somehow.
really depends on the one. They honestly they weren't too smart, but they didn't need to be because sometimes they were just kind of in less than ideal places.
Of course. Oh. Ouch. I almost kind of didn't see the point in like the different versions of like keeping the different versions of your magic aside from like some of them do attack differently and some of them and the lower ones use less magic. Actually, I'm not even sure how much damage the flamethrower does. Ow.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
This is very true. Because presumably the more it costs to use a magic attack, it should balance out with higher payout or output. But so far it's kind of instant killing these scarecrows, but that's not really saying much.
Yeah, I imagine it would take care of anything that only dies in like 1 to 2 hits. No problem.
Barren Desert. I imagine there's also going to be like an eventual like rock smashing skills, as I've noticed that there's a bunch of rocks that looks like it can be smashed. Oh. I wonder, are there hair extensions to make your reach go farther?
That one I would not wager on.
Oh,
There were items in the previous game that did make your hair whips more effective, or at least more damaging, I think.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh, well, in this game, there's like this little potion, this thing that was related to hair. You can whip faster with it, so... Or at least I think that was what the potion did. Oh, did you do that, or did you do that vote on Way 4 where it was like in the half genie game she would turn into a crab?
I don't recall any votes involving whether or not she turned into a crab off the top of my head.
No. There was a vote for like which crab version like would the players like want. There were like 4 different types.
I can't say I recall that.
Because I was trying to vote, but then it's like I couldn't find the thing. The link to the voting page. And it was supposed to be like all backers can do it.
Curious enough. Yeah, no, I'm drawing a complete blank on that one, to be honest.
Oh, I can probably link you to the thing later.
Yeah, if you could, that'd actually be great.
Okay, what do I do? What do I do here? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, god damn it. I kind of wish, like, when you crawled into those, like, little hidden areas, like, it would actually, like, show, like, reveal the area, like, it would, like, I think one of the Metroid games actually did that, and it was kind of very, very nice. Oh.
I thought it revealed it at least on the map.
It does?
I think I saw something that I'm assuming was in a cave world thing.
I think I know what you're talking about, but that didn't really do what you thought it did, or at least like I didn't think it did what I thought it would do either. Oh, stupid bats. Oh, of course, why didn't I see it? Way Forward at least provides some subtle hints on, hidden on passages. Super Hexagon? Why the hell would you play that on PC? Oh my god, that game is... That was an annoying game. Oh wait, don't tell me that tunnel was just to say, oh look, there's a secret over here. But yeah, was like the first dungeon the only thing you've gotten past so far?
Yeah, that was my starting point at this point. After that, saved, and that's when I started messing around with the various video things. Or at least trying to, and really just waiting for them to load so I could actually work on them.
Yes, indeed. He's using Adobe Premiere, which, while it still is a decent program, is not the nicest program. As I have used before.
When it works fine, but sometimes it takes a stupidly long amount of time.
A death camp. Ooh, treasure chest. And more magic jam. Sooner or later, gonna get that whiplash hair. I'm not sure if I want to give the thing to this character yet. Gonna go explore before I decide to try anything. I'm also trying not to spoil anything for Mini Ninja, so because it's actually a blindfold run he's doing. Not. Stupid bat.
Alright, the video has finished encoding.
Time for upload.
Yep, I'll probably be uploading that now.
Quick, stop all the downloads. Oh, where the bloody hell am I now? Oh, wait, I have a map. Why did I ask that? Ah, okay, I see now. That bottom map you see in your map is actually the desert map. Oh. We don't need no KY jelly. more time for good measure. Yeah, there we go. Ow. So is this a remake of the original? No, I don't think... No, Risky's Revenge is a sequel to the original, I believe.
That's correct.
Yes, because it talks in, like, would it be past tense or future tense? Well, basically, like, we're introduced to all these characters that, if you played the first game, you would know who they are. I don't know who they are, so it's most likely because it's a sequel.
Basically, at this point, it's implied that, well, technically you knew everyone from before, so you really had to, in order to understand some of the relationships, you had to have played the first game.
Even then, you don't really need to as far as playing the game. Gotta say, Risky kind of reminds me of Jesse from Team Rocket.
I can see the comparison.
I can see her saying like, "Oh shoot, I played the original a long time ago." Oh, that's cool. I never played the original. JJ. Prepare for trouble and devastation. To denounce the evil and God, I don't actually know. To denounce the evil of truth and love. Ooh. To extend our reach to the stars above, Team Rocket is on the case. Or something like that. Damn. Bats. Oh, there was one thing that I did kind of find a little annoying, is that you cannot actually grab, like, items until they, like, fully stop on the floor. Or drop and stand still on the floor. Prepare for trouble, and that makes... And make it double, or however that goes. Nobody remembers that anymore. At least not unless you're an anime fan. Or avid Pokemon watcher. Oh yeah, JJ was also the guy that was saying like he had a whole bunch of other controllers and things and all those neat things.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I was around for that conversation.
Yes, you were. And that was also like when that was also the run that I did Battletoads No Death with Rash. So yeah, that was definitely it. Oh yeah, I do like that like well, it's not original, but I do like that like enemies have certain like weaknesses. Like if you shoot fire on the plant burns and like dies eventually, or like dies really quickly if you keep firing it.
I forgot about that actually. Although it does make perfect sense.
Like it was either out of curiosity I used it, or it was just because it was a projectile attack that I did it. But it caught on fire. You actually even get an achievement for it on Steam, so if anything, there was also that clue. Ooh.
I really hadn't looked at any of the achievements for the most
I did either. I just get them as I play it, because there's also one where if you talk to the town folks, you'll get it too. But it was just like, well, I was gonna talk to them anyways. These are just stuff. Ah, that's a shortcut. I was happy to see someone who was playing something besides H1Z1. What's that? I wanted to say Half-Life 0, but then it's like, wait, no, it can't be that. I don't know why I'm dancing, but I'm dancing. I guess you can see all the animation frames right here. She only has 3 dances.
Oh, she should have more, but I don't know what they would do in this case.
Name's Barracuda Joe, and this here's the Battle Tower. No, not the Pokemon Battle Tower. Screw that. You got a passport? Sorry, kid. Citizens only. Goes. Oh. Why does this game even ask you, like, do you have this item to give to, like, this person? When, like, you have the item that, like, that's needed? It just seems a little, like, redundant. Like, why would I not give you this item? Because it's the only way I can progress in the game. That's the new zombie survival game that's supposed to replace DayZ. Oh. Oh, shoot. Is that just it? That's the acronym for it? Because, there was this other one where it was like you're surviving in this apocalyptic place, and everyone was, and it was in like the alpha beta stages of it, and people were like really praising it, like it was a really fun game. But then, of course, hackers who don't know how to play games, like just get on and just ruin the game, and the whole point of it. Whoa, that's I've never seen that animation. The mummy's actually like do enough knockback to like bounce Shantae back. Yes, hearts. Oh, god damn it. That was the teleporter area. I certainly hope this game is a lot bigger than the map implies it to be.
But at this point, would not know.
Of course. Oh, god damn it. No. It's not a new game, it's another thing released on early access. Everything's on goddamn early access. Like for instance, the Don't Starve Together early access beta. It's like nobody should have paid for that. I kind of wish I didn't pay for it, but one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'll play the game with you if you buy it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then we haven't played it since that night. It's like, god damn it, that was $5. Although it did come with another copy, so I could give it to somebody. Oh, speaking of giving things to people, JJ, me and Mini Ninjas recently found out about how the friending thing works on Steam.
Yeah, it's actually kind of ridiculous once we figured out exactly what was going on. To be exact, I just picked up Steam only over the past week or so, really picked up some stuff off the Humble Bundle that was related to the Awesome Games Done Quick special.
Yes, which contained Shantae's Risky Revenge, which is why I have it and why he has it too.
Yeah. So after doing that, Wizard was trying to add me to Steam and looked up what I thought was my name. Okay, I accidentally gave him the wrong username, so that's why I couldn't find it. But then after checking it, confirming which one was the right one, he still couldn't actually find me on there for some reason. And when I tried to search up his name and found it, I couldn't actually add him either for some reason. It was giving me error messages saying that there was something going on, try again later. So between the two of us, we ended up coming across different forum posts that basically came to the same conclusion. unless you happen to have spent money with Valve themselves over either the Steam app or their Steam services, or have someone gift you a game through them, meaning they effectively got paid by either one person or another, an account wouldn't become valid enough in order to actually use any of the friend stuff.
You can play like the free games, but you won't be able to actually like play with people unless you officially buy one of their like something off the Steam page.
You have to buy something specifically from Steam.
Yes.
Because, as I said, the Riskies were banned and anything else related to the Humble Bundle was technically purchased through Humble Bundle, so apparently it doesn't count.
Yes.
Even though it uses their
annoying.
service, and you had to activate the Steam key to get it through them. Even though you're technically using their services in order to access things and even use the Steam app to play through that, you still don't count as a member to them until you get something from them.
And that also brings up another thing. Isn't Humble Bundle sort of technically gifting you this stuff for it to work?
Apparently not. Or they run off an altered version that works with them to realize, no, it's a sale, but it's a sale through a third party. So I'm guessing because Valve doesn't see a direct cut from that, or at least not to the same extent, it doesn't count.
I'd imagine that'd be the case, because then it's like Valve would have lost like a ton of money.
I imagine they probably are still getting some kind of cut, but
Yeah, especially since they're not making the game, they're just selling the game. So whatever they lose, it's like, whatever. It's a distributor, kind of like GameStop. Although, obviously, much better than GameStop, especially with all the deals and stuff.
yeah, GameStop is, for the most part, a bit of a mess.
I guess, and for those of you in America, because we're both from Canada, our GameStop is EB Games.
It used to be referred to, it was originally a different company called Electronics Boutique, but GameStop, or the conglomerate that owns GameStop, purchased them out and changed the name to EB Games for short.
Which probably sounds a lot better. Makes the new mayor me.
It's a lot shorter, and I imagine it helps people who don't know how to spell boutique. Probably doesn't hurt there either.
Yeah, and plus it keeps the logo and wording of it shorter.
A lot shorter, really. Although that does oddly remind me of at this point, well, it would have been a day or two ago, regarding NetherRealm's games, there was the latest Mortal Kombat X trailer, which revealed that Princess Katana and Kung Lao were playable, as well as giving a brief glimpse at what Goro now looks like. But in addition to that, on Wednesday, not only was there the digital release of the Mortal Kombat X comic that was being done by DC Comics, but I actually learned, technically by reading Ed Boon's Twitter account, that there actually were physical versions of those comics as well. I thought it was just going to be
Online.
digital.
Oh, yeah,
just
digital.
versions. But it turns out, no, they actually did do a print run of the comics.
A limited?
I don't think a limited run, but they did do a print run of the first issue, and I imagine they're going to continue that with the rest of the series. And so I decided to pick myself up one of the variant covers there, one of the Scorpion covers to be exact.
Of course. Because if you don't know, Many Ninjas is a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. Specifically the ninja parts.
I imagine from the username they probably figured that out.
To a general degree. Anyways, so picked up a passport from the Baron. And on that note, the reason why I bring that up is I actually I actually sent in a renewal application for passport.
I need to take care of updating my own passport.
Yes, because in about halfway through February, I'm gonna be going to visit my relatives for a month and a half.
Good to visit family when possible.
Yeah, and I'm not really doing too much right here, but I will make some videos for to schedule upload so that people can watch stuff while I'm gone. So gotta get cracking on that, but it should be pretty simple. Most of it is Sunday showcase, but I will definitely throw a review or two. Because honestly, like my channel is has been almost nothing but Sunday showcase for the most part, but at least it was consistent.
Oh wait, I kind of got sidetracked there. What was I saying again?
Updating your own passport and visiting family.
Oh yeah, no, before the passport thing.
Mortal Kombat X comic, you got up your own copy, and we were talking about like that's why your name's as many ninjas, because Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just a quick step. I actually saw some weird things in the comic that I was a bit confused by, and I'm wondering how they're going to explain it come actual game. Like, apparently Scorpion is, well, for one, he goes by the name, although he still goes by Scorpion, he's actually referring to himself more as Hanzo this time around. And he seems to be somewhat alive.
Well,
And the more confusing part is, apparently in his more alive state, he has pupils again, and has grown a beard underneath that mask.
Now he needs a mustache.
Well, it is the beard with the mustache. It's the full set of facial hair there that is apparently underneath his mask all along now.
Oh, bullshit. I say that because if you have a mustache and or a beard and you wear something underneath it, it's kind of really irritating. But
Yes,
then
I can vouch for that.
I guess Scorpion really has the, like, not nerves of steel, but, like, the will to, like, endure all that irritation. But, yeah, I was gonna say, maybe... Oh, shit, I forget where I was gonna go. Like, that's like, his original life before Sub-Zero came and, like, froze his life all over.
No, because it actually shows a flashback to before. And no, the beard is actually something that is occurring in current day.
Oh, jeez, I guess he got enough souls.
Whatever happened, he's alive enough now to grow facial hair. And he can switch apparently from this full actual living head or human face to his Hellfire Spectre flaming head. He can alternate between the two now. Don't ask me how that works.
It makes me think of Spawn, actually, sort of. Don't ask me why.
Spawn's face is always kind of perpetually screwed up now, so... I don't think he turns his head into an actual skull or like a burning skull at this point.
Or am I thinking like a Knight Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Or Ghost Rider, not Knight Rider. Knight Rider is the car.
You know what? Yeah, that's actually a pretty reasonable comparison.
So he's not going to be played by Nicolas Cage, is he?
No, because he looks nothing like Nicolas Cage, thankfully enough. Plus, we all know Nicolas Cage is not a specter from hell. He's a vampire. How else can you explain how he does not age?
Oh yeah, that is another thing. So now I'm going through the battle tower, which is apparently some sort of time trial. I forgot that, I forgot that when you use your magic, you actually stay frozen in midair, so you can actually, you don't have to time your, your magic, attacks. Also, I'm getting the Castlevania boss rush mode, flashbacks, which, all of you, or any of you watching, should, go check out, which is by Mini Ninjas on YouTube.
Boss rushes, when the games they're available, tend to be actually really fun ways to kind of go through the game if you are kind of on a more limited time constraints. It's very unfortunate that boss rushes really, as far as I can personally recall, really only appear on the handheld games.
Probably to, like, make up for, like, content and stuff, because it is on a smaller system.
I can't say that any of those games are really low on content, though.
Or,
Especially for Metroidvania style games.
or some incentive to play on the handheld.
I suppose so.
Oh, this is the easiest fight of those red knights. I didn't realize that with the red knights, I had to hit them in the head.
Generally, it's otherwise the shield will block all your hair strikes.
Yes, or I think you can also hit them in the back too. I forget. Oh, okay. They don't actually do anything. I thought wrong. I wish they would have gone ahead with a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage Superman, just because it would have been legendarily bad. But at the same, yeah, but at the same time, the fans have been dying to just get like a good Superman movie. But then there's always the Man of Steel.
Yeah, we're not talking about Man of Steel.
It wasn't that bad, now was it? Uh-oh.
It was not a proper representation of Superman, is all I'm going to say on the matter. There have definitely been better Superman movies than Man of Steel. Mind you, technically, still in terms of the televised stuff, well, specifically, I should say the televised live-action stuff. And the one I enjoyed most is still Adam West Batman, although Adventures of Lois and Clark did have its moments. Back when that series was still running.
Oh, okay. The game does not screw me that much over if I drop in a hole. Okay. Don't worry, Ben Affleck is the new Superman. He will save us, says JJ.
JJ is a very optimistic person.
Yes. Which is...
Unfortunately, the optimism is probably not based in reality. Unless they change the Superman actor too.
Is it still by the guy who played the one in
Either that or maybe they finally gave him the freedom to act in a more appropriate fashion. I imagine the scripting probably just killed a lot of it.
Burn in the fires of Inferno! Oh, by the way, JJ, just because you're the only one that I believe is listening, you can hear many ninjas, right?
If not, then they probably think you've gone completely insane and are talking to yourself now.
Yes, indeed. Aye. Okay, fire is very good against the knights. Ooh, got that money. Okay, yeah, they can hear you. Just had to make sure.
Perfect.
Uh-oh. Boss. With what I went through in Battletoads, I'd have to be insane. Yeah, lots of people call me crazy, but I don't necessarily take it the wrong way. Because it just means I'm willing to try things that most people would just be, not just on Battletoads, but just willing to go try things that most would never put themselves through. It's the I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid kind of thing. And then I realize I can just duck under these archers. Damn it! I didn't think he would hit me from that distance. Haha, your flaw is standing where I can hit you with no troubles whatsoever. What? Are you kidding me? Oh! Come on! Oh my god! A lot of fan service in this game. Yes. Oh, you mean the statues? Yeah, that too. So here's a wiggle of Shantae's butt.
Yeah, no, the fan service is rather gratuitous, but it works.
What did I get?
I'm gonna assume another seal.
Oh, wait, that might be that actually would make sense. Okay, so it's not necessarily always a dungeon. Looks like we got a winner. A magic squeal?
Excuse me, just one quick second.
Alright. I got force key. Okay, so now it's all connecting.
Actually, now that I look at the time, I actually better take off to not only start uploading the video to my own channel, but I got one or two last things I need to do before I call it a night.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, well, it's been fun.
Yes. And then we can probably have more Shantae talks.
Yeah, well, definitely we'll be able to talk more once I get a little further along in the title myself.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, probably now that I remember that I had this game spec document, I need to somehow include some of the information in there into my own next video. Well, the one next video that I already have recorded the audio to. So, alright. Take care, Wizwar. I'll be catching you later.
Yep, see you,
And
many
take care
ninjas.
to everyone on the stream.
Yes, see you later. Well, that was a 3-hour chat, but anyways, let's move on to the game. I'm pretty sure. Should I go back into the tower and do? Should I go back into the tower and let's see what prize? Oh, you know what? Let's just see. Maybe. Do I have to beat my own time? Yeah, I should be able to do this. This is a nice place to get money, sort of. Come on, jump. Oh, come on, give me some... you know what? Never mind. I was gonna be like, give me some more magic. Because, like, hearts are also pretty important, too. Yeah, you ain't smacking me in the face this time. I would have preferred this, well, it's technically not even a boss rush at all, but I would have preferred this format of, going through, like, a boss rush like a, game than the one in the Order of Ecclesia, which, oh my god, the boss rush in that was just, I was not sure how to go through that efficiently. Like, at one point I was stuck. And basically I just turned on cheats just to see what happens later on. Don't tell me these are all the enemies we'll be facing. Oh. Stay right there, boys. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Come on. Also, I had to take it back from last time because apparently the slimes, the little giblets that they blast out actually do hurt you. But yeah, so on a different subject, the whole zombie thing. So, man, you know, I like the zombie survival concept and stuff, but it's like, when they do it a lot, they do it a lot. Oh, jeez. Well, there are a lot of games just cashing in on this survival horror thing right now. I've noticed it's almost as you know, I've actually made my own survival emergency pack after playing, like, after I found some MREs in Unturned. I was like, you know, suddenly I'm inspired to go make my own survival pack and, like, you know, any of those emergency disaster kind of situations. So it was like my backpack is all ready for well, mostly ready for zombie apocalypse. Although it's more for, like, if in the middle of the road, if, like, in the middle of, like, a long road or something, something that's just an emergency. Should have used that a lot smarter. Oh, what? Did he instantly die after that? Well, that is the classic thing to use for those times, but, you know, a shotgun is only useful as long as there's bullets, but then again, beating things with it isn't necessarily a bad idea. Man, I didn't realize, well, for one thing, I didn't realize that MREs don't actually exist in Canada. They only exist in the US, and, like, I kind of want to try them. We have IMPs, but, you know, there's no civilian version of it. Like, oh, come on. Like, I wanted, like, I wanted to try something like those. It'd be kind of cool, and, like, the emergency food supplies and such. Okay, now to put my theory to the test. It's not working. That shot must have fired a lot. All right, jam. That's good. An improved time. It's kind of hard to miss with a shotgun, especially if it spreads out. So unless you're like you don't miss like every single shot. What am I missing? Oh, I can buy the hair. Of course, I expected this. Risky boots. Yeah, I had a feeling she was gonna show up too. Well, I didn't learn any new dances from that, so that really didn't help that much. There's always a big magic jar there. You really need to like keep that in mind. Well, from what I read, there were like $7.50 to like $15. That's what I heard, and from what I was looking up online. Still, and I also really highly doubt like zombies would have food on them, unless you're into the cannibalism part of it. But and also and like aren't they expensive because you know you could preserve them for a long time, and just like all the engineering that went into it. The only thing like I can get close to that like, you know, a civilian can buy is Mountain House. And even then, like the place where I was getting them didn't have that much variety to pick from. I picked the chicken and noodle one because, like, honestly, like all the ones the other ones are all rice based, so I chose not to eat any rice based food from basically anything that's not cooked by an Asian person like me. Was it they last forever, or was it like because I'm pretty sure they eventually have to expire at some point. Like this one person this one comment I saw was like, oh, they'll last for a long time. It's just that the longer they last and without being eaten, the taste like expires on it. Because it'd be great if the food was able to last longer, at least, you know, to the point where it's like even if there was a limit, by the time like it reaches its expiry date, you're probably already dead age-wise. But yeah, I want to try an MRE. Okay. Never mind. I thought I was. Did the place change up? But yeah, I have a terrible, like, I have a bad habit of, like, getting in these, like, relatively expensive hobbies. Damn. 25 to 50 years? Because like most of the info, like I'm like reading from MRE info. It was like they last from 5 to 10 years. Like I would love to believe the whole 25 to 50 years, but it's like they said like, oh wait, no. If kept in a well-conditioned place, they would last up to like at least 30. But I don't claim to be an expert, because I didn't make them, nor did I eat one. The monkey dash and the elephant stomp. You should search the desert high and low until you find these special relics. It may be in popular events or not. And by cheaper, you're specifically the affordable ones. 5 years is still pretty good, just not as good. Silk repairs split ends for faster whipping. Of course, there's another one for max hair power. I've not tried these yet. Is that all it does? Okay, it's continuous, that one, that is. Kinda neat, kinda neat. That's crazy fast! Crazy fast. Alright, let me talk to her again. Because I'm pretty sure there's no elephant stomp in the desert. Oh, where would I find it? Wrong button. So there's the camp. There's the... There's some hidden areas, apparently. Alright, so gotta go scavenge, or... scout out the desert once again. Dude, I should have totally, like, gotten the faster hair whip first instead of the fireball and stuff, even though they're pretty useful too. Oh god, I'm getting small flashbacks to Street Fighter 2015. Don't know if you've played that, JJ, but the button mashing reminds me of that. Ah, someone I know is also on. Ow. Get your ass whooped. Even 2010. It's like, oh, I was playing, I was like, oh my god, the controls are so ass! Like, I was like, no wonder, like, people don't really talk about 2010, the controls. Jeez. I was getting really, like, frustrated at the game, because it was just like, if it controlled normally, like, you didn't have to... Like, the control wasn't the way it was, where you kind of had to, like, really, like, tap into it, it would have actually been a really underrated game. Because I was watching my my friend Daniel play it, and like, you know, he plays it as if like it's like Battletoads, and I was like, you know, I've beaten Battletoads. Obviously, you've seen me do the no death run, clocking at 41 hours. But yeah, I was like, oh, it shouldn't be that difficult. I should be able to play this with relative ease, and it's like, nope. Sorry, sir. Unfortunately, you cannot. You can't just play Street Fighter 2010 and expect it to be what you think it is. Well, to an extent, obviously, but at the same time, like, a lot of people, not a lot, a few people actually have said, like, it's actually not that bad. Like, it's functional, but it's definitely no Street Fighter. Like, I wonder what happened. What would happen if, like, well, like if, like, back then, like, Street Fighter went for the realistic digitized look, and Mortal Kombat went for the traditional, like, what was it? Graphic cartoon violent. Oh, did you hear this thing about this new game called Hatred? It's been causing quite a bit of controversy. Because, well, controversy. Yeah, basically, people are making such a big deal about it. It's like, this game doesn't deserve all this attention. Yep, it always has that. It's like, suck a dick. Oh, wait. No, this had a heart. It would kind of fit. It would have that, like, graphic novel look to it, which is basically a comic. But obviously, it wouldn't have had as much shock value if it wasn't for the realistic look of it. The game's called Hatred, and that's it. It's not out yet. It's still like it's not out yet, but it's like not even early access. Whoa, did she like not explode? She just like disappeared from existence. But yeah, the game is just called Hatred. And it is so not worthy of stuff. I was kind of hoping that there'd be something I could grab onto. Unless... Am I allowed to hit the crab and then he'd like stop in midair? Test it on a different crab first. I don't think I can hit them. Oh, come on, come on. I just had a moment of Street Fighter 2010. What's the point of this passage other than to tell me like, oh, hey, there's items over there, asshole? That's what someone else like compared it to, and I was like, oh yeah, god damn it, right, Postal. Yeah, I basically wrote a blog about it, cause at ANC, this local store that I occasionally go to when I get the chance, they were interviewed. The owner, one of the owners, Gar, was interviewed by City TV News, and it was like, oh, this is such a controversial game. What do you guys think about it? And I kind of wished I was there to like give my own opinions on it, and I wasn't. Let's see, give my own opinions, but like, you know, like it's not like they was scheduled to appear. They just come when they're just there when they're there. But yeah, they're making such a big deal about it. It's just like, meh. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, and then there was Postal 2, which I don't remember why people boycotted that. But for one thing's for sure, people did not like Postal 3. I think that came out. Been through this one already, though. Except the thing comes back, so not really an entirely wasted opportunity. I'm pretty sure one of the rocks I was supposed to smash might have revealed the passage to one of the things. Urgh. Almost makes me want to kind of just like give up. the movie by Uwe Boll Apostel alone in the dark. Alone in the dark. I heard the movie was pretty horrible too. It did pretty poorly at the box office. I was gonna say the postal box, but that didn't make any sense. What the? No, I didn't want to go back in there. I think this is one of those I'll need to come back later to do. I did get the forest key, so that's probably the next best point of interest. Butt wiggle. Which is actually not even really saying much. I mean, Postal just tried to be very, what's the word, provocative, or just like being really just like all messed up ish. I have not played the original Postal game, so I probably don't have context for this. If I'm not mistaken, one of his other movies, Tunnel Rat, actually comes packaged in with a PC version of Advent Rising. Yeah, that's right. Which, I don't know what to say to that. And that's another, and there's another snake monster, that, or one of those other thingamabobs just disappearing into existence. When they throw the pumpkins, it's like... Sounds like someone unmuting their Skype voice chat. House Undead. House Undead. Oh, I should use this. 95% of the movie never took place in a house. Well, if you want to get technical, the original game never really took place in a house per se. It took place in a mansion. The sequel took place in a city. The third game took place in a science building, and the fourth game took place all over the place. Postal, you play a guy going postal on everyone, and pretty much what happened in the movie. The guy finally snaps and starts killing people. So in the game, was it like you know, you don't kill in the beginning, but in the end, it just all comes through, and it's like the guy's just like, oh fuck it, fuck everything, I'm gonna fuck everything up and blow shit up. Was it like that, or was it just like right from the beginning? It was just like, oh fuck it, this is a video game. We're gonna kill people and be as controversial as possible, so that even Mortal Kombat's like, it's like, oh my god, this is too much even for us. Man, she just likes rocking those hips. She's just like, Go back there. Look at that horse. Creepy. It's like. I don't think I should jump down there. Take that, spider. Spiders! Whip them with your hair. Well, in the movie, House of the Dead, 95% was at a rave party on an island. I seem to recall that part. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen bits and pieces of it. Did you watch it with the Uwe Boll commentary? Because I heard that his commentary is so fucking insanely insane that it's actually like worth watching just for the admission. Okay, I believe this is the. Oh, no, this isn't it. Find that one door. The first poster, you get some text backstory, and then there are cops outside, and you have to shoot your way out and kill other people. Just about, and the level slowly gets more lucid and crazy stories to go along with it. I think it's just insane and just getting more insane as the game goes on. On that note, let's see, would hatred be like the spiritual successor to Postal? Because it looks like they're going through that route. And am I really just climbing straight up? Okay, that's tough. Yeah, that's really tough. I can't go through all that. Those are only 2 Uwe Boll movies you've ever watched. What, you never watched Alone in the Dark? That that had nothing to do with the fucking video game. That was pretty bad. It was like, I can't believe he even keeps getting more money to like make all this stuff. Like modern retelling of the same story. Yeah, he thinks he has to cleanse the world, so same kind of theme. I bet you there another missing explosion. I don't know if I'm killing these things so fast that the explosion dies with it. Have I not been to any of these places? I don't remember seeing this part. But yeah, hatred just comes off as really, really unoriginal. And just generic. Like, they're making such a big fucking deal out of it. Like, what the fuck's the fucking point? The world is a piece of shit. I'm gonna destroy it. I'm not full of hatred. I did not get enough hugs as a kid. Fuck that guy, okay? It's like, I mean, there's always like playing the villain. Or doing the things from the villain's perspective, and that's... Oh. And that's always a thought, with us always, like, playing as the hero, but still, like, the way that's done, it's just like, fuck you, buddy. Like, fuck the main protagonist in Hatred. He's just a whiny little bitch. Also cleansing the world. Pfft. Whatever. And it's not like I'm saying something on the lines of like, oh, you know, you shouldn't make this type of game and stuff. No, I'm all about like, you know, exploring all these different themes and stuff. But it has to be done tastefully, and it also has to be, well, it has to be done well. And so far, what it's done is nothing but just be generic. Oh. I don't know if I should even ask like which Halo, because the only Halo game I own is like that I still have is Halo Combat Evolved on PC. Which, it's still fun in its own right, but, you know, if you're asking me, like, oh, is it really that great? No, but it does a lot of stuff that's... It does some right thing. It has some good action. There we go, some good action. Not amazing action, but some pretty good action. And this was during the phase where, like, I was into the more sci-fi stuff. I just realized that girl has no portrait, even though technically she's some sort of important character. The only thing I never that like always bothered me about the original Halo was like you're fighting against aliens and you're just using regular bullets. What about lasers and stuff? Come on, you can travel at light speed, but you can't make a fucking tiny laser gun to shoot. Like fuck you, game. I did, like, get to play the third one. Oh, wait, I did beat the Halo Reach, which was, it was pretty fun, but, it was just, like, I didn't think it was a bad game, let's just put it that way. But I didn't think it was that great. Now, this is also, like, before, like, I found out about the fan base it had, because, like, you know, when I picked up Halo, I was like, oh, this looks like a interesting little, okay sci-fi, shooter, and yeah, it was alright, it was decent, it was neat. It wasn't original, but hey, I had fun with it. And then I find out about the fan base, and it's like, oh, how tainted. But, you know, I'm not saying, like, you know, if you enjoyed all the other Halo games, it's like, I'm not saying, like, you know, you can't enjoy it, but it's just... I'm just saying, in my opinion, it just, it's just kind of too much fandom on it, and people don't, care about it. It's when your fandom or fan base goes overboard, it's like, oh, screw off. Like, just anything. Not just, like, Halo. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it didn't have like energy weapons and stuff. It's just like there's no human energy weapons. Like you didn't invent lasers to counter these aliens with their shields and stuff. No, we just have bullets. We still got bullets. Oh, and for some reason the bullpup on like the main gun, I forget the assault. I think it was just called the assault rifle. But that one, it was like, you're telling me it can't even, like shoot that accurately? I mean, it's a bullpup design. I expect it to shoot, like, more accurately than, like, say, M4s and stuff, because the mag's loaded in the front, giving, like, less barrel space. Oh! Wait, how did I miss the spot? I don't know. I don't know. I just did. I've actually seen the Halo, the Halo Legends movie. That's actually a pretty nice watch. If you ever get the chance to watch it, it's a pretty nice watch. There are some boring moments when they're explaining the backstory of it, like, oh, the Forerunners, they were complete dumbasses and stuff, and basically they fucked themselves over. And it's like, okay. Oh, is this the fucking... Yeah, this is the fucking cave. Finally found it. It should not have been that hard. But being me and, like, you know, not knowing this game, it should be expected. I wonder is the dance right across this room where I will be destroying all these blocks. Okay, maybe in another room. Oh, and then there's that thing where Steven Spielberg wants to do like a live action of the Halo games, like as a TV series. There's that. That's a good place to stock up on health and magic. And the magic. The magic. Yeah, I was gonna go buy and get my own copy of it. I think it was $15, which is a little much, but like, I did see the whole movie on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I want to get the actual one so that we can like at the convention, like we can all like watch it and stuff. So I was like, that was kind of cool. There we go. Monkey time. What was the point of that? All that just for one gem? Oh, of course I can't. Wait. Okay, she just does the whole oops, I'm about to slip animation. I get the feeling it has to be in this room. Yeah, it had to be in this room. Who approaches my magic fountain? Oh, why, if it isn't my little sister, I sense a restless energy deep inside you. Channel your passion and allow the magic to take shape. You've got the elephant dance. Simply hold the dance and then release it during your second belly dance movement to transform. The elephant dance will allow you to smash away obstacles. To change back, press the dance button. May fortune follow you in your travels. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I guess I do have one complaint about this, is that, well, basically you have to wait for, if you want to do the later dances, you have to kind of wait for it. Oh, geez, which Final Fantasy, Advent Children, or the one that came after that basically just failed ass? Because that was the one... God damn it. Didn't even realize I was all tangled up. Hang on. Because that was the one that actually sucked. I mean, granted, the Advent Children wasn't that great either. It was just kind of like, what was the point of that movie? It was just... yeah. Like, I saw it, and I was like, okay. Unfortunately, I only saw it in Japanese because that was the DVD that got picked up. So I didn't quite understand what was going on, even though there were subtitles, but, you know, screw it. Oh, it was Spirits Within. That was the other one. Yeah. Apparently that one was the one that really sunk ass. Uh-oh. Hey, Brynja, where are you going? Yes, where to? Who are you guys? Free. The one where the main character is a woman. You guys are Roddy Top's brothers. It's not having children then. I guess it's Spirits Within. Make coffee, that's easy. There must be more to that, and also dead serious. God damn it. I wonder, is there like an alternate way to like get into like the base? Like, do it without getting help from those bros. Bros and hoes. Oh, right, that's wrong. Ding, 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 ding. Haha! I knew it! I knew these rocks were hiding shit from me. Is it just me, or did the game just get lazy with its background? It's just a big giant green screen. It's a big giant green screen. But, if I had to guess, it's probably just so, oh, heart holder. It's probably just so that you can see, like, your silhouette, so no, it's not really lazy, it's more of a gameplay design choice. Which is fair enough. Like, what was that movie about? Like, I was like, geez, Final Fantasy, Spirits Within. What could that be about? Oh, right, I can probably get up to this, like, little spot up here. Some of the best CG for 2001, it holds up to this day, but the movie just, I could not follow any of it. I feel like, now I kind of want to watch it just to, like, riff on it. Because it's like, bad movies have a place in the world, it's just... Oh yeah! Mastodon! Magic Jam. Yeah, now I'm getting somewhere. Actually, one of the funniest thing I've heard is when I was trying to show my cousin, my cousin, like, the thing. Instead of reading it as Final Fantasy, he read it as Final Fantastic, and I laughed my ass off. Girl running around in a spacesuit with other Space Army team members fighting stuff. That's pretty much all I got out of it. That does not sound. Does not sound. Ugh. Wow, what's up? What's up with me? Sign. That does not sound like Final Fantasy. It sounds like this other movie that I keep seeing in the store, but I never felt the urge to pick it up. It was like, I think it was called Evo or something, where it was like this girl, she was put into like a cryogenic chamber, and she has not been woken up for like years and such. And so when she finally wakes up, like her lover is like 30 years older than her now. It was some space-themed stuff. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I would say, why can't there be a different take on that? And I was like, there is. It's called Captain America. And I was like, oh, right. Oh, speaking of... Oh. The bloopers they made for the movie DVD releases are hilarious. That's the best part of... What? They made... Okay. When Toy Story did it, it was funny, but... But when you do it, like, in a Final Fantasy thing, I don't think it's appropriate. Oh, God. I didn't mean to go in there. Get back out. At least that enemy actually has some sort of artificial intelligence. I gotta see these bloopers. They probably don't make any goddamn sense to me, but I'm gonna see it regardless. One more try. That's tricky. That's some tricky stuff. Burn in the fires of Inferno. Inferno. Aye. Ah, still got hit anyway, so what's the point? Also, if the bloopers are the best part of your movie, then you have problems. Actually, more so if it's a comedy. Because it's like the funniest part of your movie is the bloopers, and not the actual comedy itself. That's... well, even then it's kind of sad. You found a broken coffee machine. Oh. Woohoo. Of all the places to land, come on. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to try hard to not die now. I have not died in this game yet, and I'm not gonna do it now. Actually, is there some health I can grab in here? Awesome. I wonder what's up with this rock. Damn. The amount of razor blades in this level is too damn high. Oh, fuck off. There. That's how we exit quickly. Smart, huh? But yeah, so what's this? What's the scoop on H1Z1? That was cheap. It's like what makes it like outside of the zombie survival concept. What else did it actually do that's so amazing, or at least like worth everyone's attention? I didn't know like several thousand people are like streaming like H1Z1, and while I'm here streaming Shantae. I'll take a look at the bloopers later. Well, even though I could check it out right now, it's not like I'm streaming on the console at the moment. God, she got stuck there for a while. Alright, let me think right here. No, I don't think there should be. I don't think there's any more rocks I can destroy today. Yep. Lilac field, let's go! Whee! How do I destroy you up there? Seems like there needs to be a special case to destroy those. Oh, damn it! I'm trying to use the backdash to like move quicker because it's much faster than walking. Christopher Walken's. Oh! I didn't say it was the safest way, but it was the fastest way. I wonder is the gem limit 999? silky crim. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, that's so cool. Ah! Oh, come on! Ah, the hair whips are so pinpoint. I don't quite appreciate that. Also, I didn't appreciate that... what was it? That one of the characters that you talk to get an idea of where your next objective is. I don't appreciate the fact that that bitch was like oh, search the desert high and low for like stuff, and I was like, okay, is the elephant thing in the desert? No, it wasn't. So misleading. Man, good thing Shantae does not actually snap her neck when she does all this. Dun, 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 dun. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ooh, what do we have here? Is that a rock, you say? The only reason the rock is there is because there's an item there. Oh, right. I was gonna say, that was kind of looking bad, because I was like, uh-oh, I'd be running out of magic soon. Well, at least this game proved that the lower magic is not necessarily bad magic. Nah, 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 nah. Oh god, I'm reminded of Journey to the West. That after image look where with her hair is really, really cool. Not original, but I think it's really cool. It's like a dual wielding or like wearing a cape. It's cool. Mastodon got injured by a bat? No freaking way.